Hey, Dog Handler Academy. I'm sitting in my home office going through applications. I'm sure you all are going through tons of them as well. We're all overworked, underpaid, and some of our clients are not being very nice to us. So, a couple of quick things. First off, a little self-care, whatever that looks like for you. I get a spray tan, but that's my little self-care piece that I splurge on. Staffing. So I've been hiring people just like all of you. Things that I've kind of found that are trending, write two different ads. Write one that's comical and fun and, where you're kind of making fun of your industry or your business, like just something that's like entertaining. And then write one that's a little more serious, a little more to the point. Rotate those ads back and forth because what you'll see is different people will apply for the different positions. If you don't use a disc profile with your new hires, you just always want a variety of people, right? Like we don't want everybody to be super bubbly because then they'll just all want to sit and chat with each other. You want some bubbly people, you want some quiet people, you want different personalities within your business to really make everything fit nicely together. I wouldn't want to work with somebody exactly like me. It'd drive me crazy, right? So same concept. So that's something that has been beneficial is just having two different ads and kind of rotating them every couple of weeks. Facebook ads are affordable, for lack of a better term. If you've done Indeed, be very, very careful. Lots of people have been caught up in Indeed where all of a sudden they get a bill for like $1,200. And, they maybe got like 5 applications. So just be really careful when you're using Indeed. It is very beneficial, but you can probably reach the same thing through Facebook and you can set your budget. The dilemma with Facebook is that most people will apply through Facebook. So you kind of want to look, I always tell people test it, right? Like, so you go into the Facebook ad and apply so that way you know what's going on. Secondly, have a questionnaire. So everybody that applies, and you don't have to automate it, or if you are tech savvy and know how to do that, I do not. But everybody that applies gets a emailed response with questions, just reaffirming, can you lift more than 50 pounds? You understand that we are open 365 days a year. You are over the age of 18, just whatever your questionnaire is. Are you moving in the next 6 months? Will your availability be changing in the next 6 months? So these are questions that if you apply with me and you meet minimum criteria, which is their schedule makes it so they're available at least 4 days a week, and they're not different. Like morning shift is different than my afternoon shift. That's different from my night shift. So it's not like their schedule is morning one day and close the next day and what have you. Because that's just too complicated for a new hire to learn. So questionnaire, it just helps you qualify out who is really interested in the job so you don't waste your time. Group working interviews. Make sure you have a waiver for your working interviews if they're going to be around dogs because they're not your employee yet. So when they show up for that group working interview, I usually invite 6 or 7 and 3 might show up. That's just how it works. And then they sign the waiver and we do a small group of maybe 10 dogs. I usually make it puppies because they jump, they're a little obnoxious. So that way they understand that, we're not sitting on the floor and just getting kisses from Fluffy all day. And then they have to move the equipment and clean up pee and poop. Also super important when you're doing your group working interview, give them a tour of the facility and talk about your why. Why did you build your facility? Why are you doing what you do? What is your passion behind it? Most people these days want to feel a part of something bigger. So you explaining that you started this business because you were in rescue or your love for animals as a child, whatever it is, will resonate with them if they truly are a good fit for your business. So those are just some tips and tricks that have worked well for me over the course of the last couple of months. I don't know that anybody runs ads in the paper anymore. There's always job service, your local job service community to reach out to. A lot of the media companies, radio stations and TV stations, you can put your job postings on there for free. Now, granted, the salespeople will call you later and try and sell you some advertising. However, the more places that you can get your name out, the better. Some unconventional things to try would be reach out to your local homeless shelter, Salvation Army. If you live in a bigger metropolitan area, your probation and parole officers, those individuals need to have jobs as well. So that requirement was also waived during COVID, and now they're getting it back up and running. So just some other ways to think outside the box, but I just kind of wanted to let you know what's working for me, and give you some pointers and tips and tricks. And hopefully it's all helpful, and we'll talk to you real soon.